Welcome back. We are still live at NEHA AEC 2025, live from Phoenix. And joined here from someone from the NEHA organization themselves. We have here Evan Suttell, and a bit of a celebrity too, because he not only played Jeopardy, yes, the one that Alex Trebek hosted for years, but also won it and went back to play again, and we'll talk about that. But let's do work first. First of all, Evan, thanks for sitting down.
Yeah, of course, got to do business first.
Yeah, so the conference is really good this year.
Full swing already.
And you're from NEHA, so how much pressure do you end up with? I know you're in some other programs we'll talk about, but do you have anything to do with the conference? Do you get roped in at the last minute?
I'm always bouncing around to things. I'm always helping out with shipping, making sure all of our materials are here, all of our marketing stuff's here. So kind of jack of all trades when it comes to these events, especially.
Do you? So I have a question. This is a question I get asked a lot. It seems we always land in a city where it is at least 90 degrees on the on the thermometer or higher. Is that because it's more cost effective because budgets this year, people have travel restrictions and things, or is it just the way it ends up happening?
I have no input into the city. You cannot ask me those questions.
Yeah, that only get you in trouble with the committee. But New Orleans was really hot a couple years ago.
It's funny, I actually just started NEHA before New Orleans, and they gave me the option of going or not. I'm like, I don't know anything about how NEHA works. New Orleans in the summer, I'm good.
So when did you start with NEHA?
I started late June in 2023.
Okay.
So just celebrated 2 years here.
From Ohio originally?
Yeah, from Ohio originally. I moved to Denver for grad school. Actually, grad school was international relations focused. Didn't want to do any of that. Decided to want to focus on local capacity building, so that's why I'm at NEHA. And
that actually is that you're involved in that important program, right? The flex funding, the capacity building, the FDA.
Yep.
Probably one of the top questions I get asked just out around the country is what's happening with all the budget and doging and stuff that has happened. You're actually the right guy to ask because you're involved in that program. I think contrary to popular belief, the funding's still flowing, right?
The funding is still flowing. I'm really happy to say that as well. I mean, I love working with these local jurisdictions. I mean, they do so much work for, $5,000, $10,000 grants that they get. I mean, I see all the work that they put into the program standards. They're labyrinthine, they're tough, but everybody wants to make progress. Everybody's really dedicated to this program. I really love working with all the grantees.
So from as far as you can see and any guidance you're getting from FDA, the program is in good standing and is going to continue to be a part of the toolbox.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're looking actually at some of our first cycle data, and the return on investment's great. Grantees are making a lot of progress. We're seeing reduction in foodborne illness. So, I mean,
that's a win.
That's the win. I mean, that's all that we want to see, really.
A lot of government grants get spent for far less outcomes than you guys are getting. So I think one of the big differences is when they switched it to let NEHA manage it. Just saying, I know that was before you were here.
Time. Yeah, I know nothing about that.
I think NEHA's administered it in a far better, more effective way than maybe had been done previously.
Thank you.
All right, so I know everybody's wanting to know about this one thing, Jeopardy. Actually, before we do, I want to talk about the fun stuff, but
you got business first.
You have a very important demonstration coming up this week from the conference, right?
Yes.
On a self-assessment. Tell us about what you guys are getting ready to debut.
Yes, tomorrow morning, actually, we're going to be talking about our new retail standards assessment tool. This is a new way for RFM grantees to submit data, submit their self-assessments of all 9 standards, submit their comprehensive strategic improvement plan, the CSIP. Ultimately, the goal is to both make this process a lot easier, a lot more streamlined, and be able to get a lot of data out of it. Be able to hone in on, sub-elements of standards that aren't getting met. And, this is kind of going into the ether right now, but we're hoping with this new tool, we can actually give all that data to FDA, see all that data ourselves, and find ways to help grantees work on stuff that's tough for them.
Yeah, so we're going to drop this while NEHA is in progress, because this is Monday the 14th, our first night of the conference.
Yep.
And so what time? So Tuesday the 15th is when you're doing the presentation, just to orient everybody out there who's not here. What time are you doing that and where?
Yeah, 9 a.m. We're going to be in the RFM track. And then after kind of our initial presentation, initial walkthrough, we'll have demos available at the RFM booth in the exhibit hall all day. And then Wednesday, Thursday, we'll be outside the RFM room doing demos as well. So, if you're into the retail program standards, especially if you're an RFM grantee, we'd love to see you.
That's excellent, and I encourage everybody, if you're watching this while NEHA's still happening, go get a demo of this. I've talked to Dr. Dijak about the tool, and it's
pretty cool.
It's very exciting, very cool what you guys are doing. So now we get to do the fun stuff. I met you in Denver at the conference for food protection.
Yes.
Yeah, CFP, and you played Jeopardy.
Not well there.
And I found out. Yeah, no, I had to ask. You talking about that guy? But you played Jeopardy, but you actually are a Jeopardy contestant and winner, correct?
Yes, I am.
Tell us that story.
It's weird to say I'm a Jeopardy champion. Yeah, so the whole process is kind of strange. You got to take this first online test, and then you got to take a Zoom test where they're watching you, so you're not Googling any of the answers.
Seriously?
Yep. And then if you do well enough on that, you get invited to kind of like a Zoom mock game with 10, 12 other people, where you just play Jeopardy. They see how you interact. They see, are you an interesting person? Would they want to put you on TV? And they tell you, we'll contact you within the next 18 months if you're going to be on Jeopardy. You're
That's a long wait.
You're just going to get a phone call one day.
Did you forget, or were you waiting?
No, I did. I totally forgot, because with the writer's strike, I was actually beyond 18 months. I think it was 2 years since I had, I did it when I first started grad school here in Denver. And then, 2 years later, I'm working at NEHA, and I suddenly get this call. I'm like, Sony Entertainment, this has got to be spam. They've got to be spoofing this number or something. And no, I get a text and an email and another call saying, no, this is legit. Please call us back. You need to talk to us.
And they wanted you on an episode.
Yes.
So what episode did you appear on and when?
So I recorded in May of 2024, and then I had the misfortune of being on the next season. So instead of my episode airing, in a month or a couple of weeks, I had to wait 3 months.
I bet your non-disclosure agreement was horrible.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, they hold it over you too. If you spill the beans, they're not going to pay you. So you don't get paid until after your episode airs, months after your episode airs.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Don't spill the beans. You can't say anything about it. I had to hold it. I had to hold it from my boss. I told Rance I gotta go do this, and I had to explain why. But I couldn't tell results at all until my September 13th episode.
And that had to be really hard for you to keep the secret because you won.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you went back into another show, right?
Yeah. So actually, the thing is, they record 5 episodes a day, just back to back to back to back. I mean, what you see on TV is pretty much what the studio experience is like.
Wow.
But it's a grueling day.
So the winner just stays on the set.
Yep. No, exactly. The winner won't go back to the green room, and they just take 2 people out of the green room, and the winner's just waiting for them.
Wow. Well, hey, so congratulations on that. That is awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And I really, really encourage everybody, please go look at the RFM room, 9 a.m., Tuesday the 15th, and see and all week, get a demo of the self-assessment tool. And if you will get me your episode number of Jeopardy, and if it's online, we'll link to it in the comments so people can go see all of the You're winning for real.
I wish Jeopardy. They don't put them online.
Don't put them online.
I know, but there's jarchive.com. You can look and see what I got right. That's probably the best way to do it. I was on September 13th,
September 13th of 24. We'll see if we can at least even get a screenshot to put on the thumbnail or something.
I can get you that.
Let's do that. Eric Suttell from NEHA. Thank you for everything you're doing with NEHA, and congrats on the Jeopardy and for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. All right, folks, we will continue with more fun, interesting conversations. No more Jeopardy champions. I think you are one of all
Gotta
of them.
find someone. I'm sure someone else in here can do it.
But we will find some other interesting people and be back to you live from NEHA, Phoenix 2025 AEC real soon. Thanks so much.